Olá, player. Bem-vindo ao The Game of Thomas.
Usually, before I go shaking my tits for the press, I like to go see how the professionals do it. Some might say the chief of police has no business in an institution like this, but in fact it's the quietest and safest place in town. You won't run into any reporters, nobody gets into any fights, nobody drinks too much, nobody even raises their voice. The place is owned by an elderly gentleman who knows how to keep things under control. That's why I never invite my friends here. I wanted to make an exception for my 60th birthday, but most of my colleagues are young enough to be my sons, and they'd rather just hire prostitutes. Why stare at some boobs when you can take the whole package for yourself? But there's none of that in our club. Even looking too long is considered indecent. You can get an occasional glimpse, like by accident. The rest of the time you just pretend that you're immersed in conversation, or just come by for a drink. Doesn't mean these gentlemen wouldn't want their bald heads smothered in tits. It's just that nobody says it out loud. My younger colleagues might call it hypocrisy, but I call it the good old-fashioned manners. Good manners and leave the rest unsaid. She agrees to unbutton her blouse, and we agree not to pay too much attention. The girls are on a quiet prowl, too. They're looking for a way out of their cramped rooms. Maybe make friends with some wealthy patron with a pacemaker and dentures. Everybody wants something. But we have to control ourselves, or we'll all turn into libertines and prostitutes. Hell, if there weren't any rules, I'd be belching and farting, jumping up on the table, arms held high, yelling, "Shake it, baby!" No idea how I got so barbaric.
Olá, player. Estamos aqui mais uma vez para o jogatina de hoje. A gameplay de hoje é justamente esse jogo. This is the Paulus. Um joguinho aí que eu achei na promoção, né? No final de ano, promoção. Aí o jogo tava bem em conta. E eu vou trazer aqui a gameplay dele. Eu achei interessante porque ele parece um filme, né? Como vocês podem ver aí, esses diálogos. Então o jogo ele basicamente vai se passar assim. Então vamos lá.
When I was a kid, my father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away. Yesterday I turned 60, but I still take his advice. Not because I'm sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freeburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters. At least that's what my colleagues say. They're afraid of press conferences. But for me, it's more like a confessional. No matter what lies you tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am. The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher. This is the first time I'm afraid of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell. Not because I subconsciously blame everyone else. Though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine. But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm gonna have to do something. I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them. I learned a long time ago how to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin? Shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same: play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
Bem, depois desses diálogos a gente pode ver analisar um pouco sobre a história, né? Então eu creio que isso aqui faz parte de como a gameplay vai ser influenciada. Conforme a gente escolhe, né, muitas notícias aqui, vai influenciar alguma coisa da história, não sei, né? Só jogando algumas vezes aí pra saber. Mas acho interessante a questão de como o diálogo do jogo flui, a questão da forma que o jogo é feito. Achei muito legal. Bem, pelo jeito então aí nosso personagem está envolvido em casos de corrupção. Eles já estão procurando um sucessor para ele depois de 60 anos aí, depois de alguns anos na polícia. Então ele tá meio ácido, né? Você pode ver que até o próprio jeito de ele falar, desde o começo ele mostra essa acidez, o jeito de ele falar e pensar.
How's the back today, Mr. Boyd?
Same as usual.
How did the press conference go?
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially Mr. Kendrick. As soon as I heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be. Rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell. White summer shoes, white socks, white shorts, white polo shirt, and the white smile of a hungry shark. Mayor Rogers enters every room like he owns the place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead. That's about the only difference.
Jack, I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You ran away so quick.
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings. Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
Soon enough I won't be here at all.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people. Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days, and you'll be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury pension, one that even I would have envied, although I've never set aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime soon. "180 days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't have any problems with me. I have a new assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man."
I'll do my best.
"And quit smoking up the office. One of my friends will be using it soon."
I'm sorry, babe. Only the mayor has this number. Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, is this Troy Starr?
Yes?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Starr.
A gente pode ver aí, ele é bem sarcástico aí com relação a tudo que acontece com ele, né? Ai, ai.
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners. Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts. My deputy, Francis Kendrick, he recently became one of those ghosts, the subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
Então aqui a gente vê já uma amostra de tutorial, né? Tem aqui já mostrando a acidez dele ali, falando sobre a questão dos 60 anos. Eu vou colocar aqui mostra do que é capaz para mim, né, apresentar para vocês como é que funciona. Como eu percebi aqui um pouco da análise e da jogatina da gameplay, né? No caso a gente é o diretor da polícia e no caso nós temos as características dos policiais que a gente manda para as operações diárias aí que acontecem na cidade. Como vocês viram, o acordo que ele teve com o prefeito da cidade de 180 dias, não acontecer nada de crimes que envolvam morte de civis e somente de policiais aí com relação ao andar da cidade. Esse primeiro ponto aqui a gente vê que é como se fosse escolher, né, os policiais que vão participar da missão. A gente pode ter os turnos, né? Então a gente escolhe aí devido às estrelas que eles têm e questão da disposição. Quanto mais cansados eles estiverem, mais difícil vai ser para eles completarem as missões e as operações diárias. Então vamos começar. Acho interessante essa forma, né, como apresentada aí a cidade, né? Então aqui como se fosse um gerenciamento, né? Que eu faço o gerenciamento dos chamados e eu tenho um tempo para dia, né? Dependendo do caso, eu posso levar até a SWAT, né? Um grupo especial aí, dependendo da severidade das ocorrências. Aqui eu já tenho um telefonema, né? Um chamado. Então ali aparece tudo de vagas que eu posso colocar nos agentes. Vou levar dois mais simples, como é um chamado tranquilo, é um chamado só de acidente. Vou levar os menos capacitados no caso.
Looks like we have a situation here.
Aqui, como nós podemos ver, né, tem a questão do roubo, né, os acontecimentos. Eu posso escolher ações que vão interferir de como os policiais vão agir, né. Vou colocar aqui de ligar a sirene, que é de jeito evita de que eles se envolvam, né. Deu certo. Gostei muito da trilha sonora do jogo, né, essa nostalgia desses jogos, desses filmes policiais antigamente, né, muito legal. como eu falei, nós temos aí esse toque de turnos, né? Cada turno tem os seus devidos policiais e eles ajudam nas investigações de as chamadas diárias. Então, a gente pode escolher a troca deles para outro turno e com isso eles vão continuar trabalhando, né? No caso, eles vão ter folga, então eles vão ficar mais exaustos com relação ao próximo dia.
Used to be, when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point, every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with. How much are you looking to earn?
$500,000.
$500,000? Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand.
Então é isso, pessoal. Esse é o jogo de hoje. Até o próximo.
Christopher G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events. An avid hunter, I hear.